If you've been watching these videos for the past 9 days, I'm hoping that at some point you had a thought that went something like this. That sounds great in theory, but in practice, I'm not sure it would work. Or, I don't really have time to do all of that. And besides, things aren't that bad here. Or maybe even, that would make me really uncomfortable. No way. Because if you've had one of those thoughts, then you are primed for wicked tip number 10 for creating a growth environment. The zone of comfort is abandoned. See, we all like to be comfortable. We've got our comfort foods, our comfort clothes, our comfort routines, even our comfort ways of relating. Kind of those go-to default, I could do it in my sleep ways of showing up. Now, there's nothing inherently wrong with being comfortable. But if we want to grow, it can be deadly. When you think about someone who's created or invented or had an idea bigger than themselves, they at some point had to get uncomfortable. Because in those situations, there's no manual. I'm sure that the Wright brothers didn't have a how to fly for dummies. They just had to figure it out. And there were probably many times when they felt very uncomfortable. Okay, that was then, this is now, and you're not trying to fly a plane. Or are you? See, when a thought comes into our awareness that feels a little bit out there, like filming 10 videos in 10 days, we have this almost immediate internal response that tells us things like, yeah, that won't, can't, shouldn't work. It's sort of a built-in protection mode. And unless we're willing to kind of push back and challenge that safety cop of the mind, it is really easy to just succumb to what I call destination disease. That's what tells us, oh, you know, things are fine the way they're working right now, and I don't want to rock the boat. Or, oh, that seems kind of risky because you don't have it all figured out. If your team or organization knows that comfort is king, it'll put a lid on creativity and growth in a quick minute. So how do you get uncomfortable in a way that creates positive results? I have a couple of ideas. Implement one thing that I've shared over these past few days consistently for a month. Now, the reason I say for a month is because it's really easy to do something for a couple of days. But when you have to do consistently over time, that's when it tends to get uncomfortable. But that is when the growth happens and you start to see results. Think the difference between working out once versus working out for a whole month. My second get out of your comfort zone idea, join me on the 4 R's of Growth call tomorrow. The details are in the post. Now, that might make you feel uncomfortable because you've never done anything like that before and you don't know exactly what to expect. Even the times that I'm hosting the call might make you feel uncomfortable. It's that way by design. Most people don't have a meeting at 6 in the morning or 9 at night, and 12:15 could be lunchtime, or maybe you don't even take a lunch and you'd have to take a lunch to be on the call. But on that call, I'm going to share why you and your growth is so crucial to your continued success and to that of your team. W. Edward Deming said, "Put a good person in a bad system, the bad system wins, no contest." John Maxwell says, "Growth thrives in conducive surroundings." I say, creating a growth environment frees people to fully function at their full potential. And when that happens, everyone wins. On the call tomorrow, I'm going to share one very specific step that you can take that will expand on all of these 10 wicked tips for creating a growth environment. So come on, get out of your comfort zone, join me on the call. Stay tuned so you can bloom.